It's a bit weird, yeah.
Anyway.
Pappy. Pappy.
It's me, puppy. It is me.
It is I.
Sounds like the beginning of a Code Orange song.
For real.
Dude, if I ever had a kid, and my kid, like, suddenly got possessed, there was no doubt in my mind that I would just completely abandon this child. There was nothing... Dude.
What?
Oh, man. Dude,
I wasn't paying attention. Now I am.
You mean to tell me that you would keep around a kid that's, like, head twisting around, like, Daddy, Daddy. You would keep that?
I feel like I've seen that movie.
Oh, yeah, it's in every movie.
But they keep the kid.
You never keep the kid.
No, they keep the kid.
Nope.
Usually like Lucifer or somebody, some entity usually comes and gets the kid, but they try to keep it.
No, let him come get the kid. As a matter of fact, take the kid to the woods, leave him there, so that Satan can get him easier.
I feel like if you leave the kid in the woods and it's demonic, right, it's just gonna come back, dog.
You'd think that, but, you know, kids are pretty dumb.
No, they are, but
Even demons.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, if I ever have a kid and it becomes demonic, it's to the woods.
It's
To the woods with you. Now you get to be raised by wolves.
You heard it here, folks.
So anyways, welcome to Studio 48. This is Mixtapes. I'm Ian Pittman.
And I'm Brennan Pittman.
Jose Coelho.
Mason Bales.
And we're going to pick a couple songs for you guys from the years, I believe it's
16 to
16?
Yep.
17.
2016, 2017.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, so I say we just go down the line this time.
Okay.
All right, so Jose, you're first.
All right. So
do you see this? No, you got it.
yeah, no, I got it. It's funny, but for this one, I actually didn't pick any songs from 2016. I just went all straight 2017.
I pretty much did the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 2017 had better songs, so I just went for it. The first band that I'm going to talk about is probably the heaviest that I'm going to talk about today. They're pretty cool. They're a straight edge hardcore band from North Carolina. I believe it's Winston, but I could be wrong. Or Winston-Salem. But yeah, so the vocalist of this band played drums for the Almost for a while.
Oh.
His name is Joe Mustin. Yep, a cool super dude. That's how I got to know his band. I used to go to all of the Almost shows. Whenever the Almost came to town,
Really?
I went to see him. So I got to talk to them, and Joe was really cool. And he talked to me about his straight edge or his hardcore band or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, dude, that's fucking sick!" So I went to see him, and or I saw their videos online, and dude, I did not expect him to be this aggressive. Like to be such a chill man, the anger that comes out of him when he screams, and the whole band, the energy that comes out of it, they're really fucking dope. They're not big by any means. They're very local, like, you know, other local.
Yeah, like bar bandy.
Yeah. Like, but
a lot of ones I picked this week were bar bandy as well.
Yeah.
Which I think is a cool thing.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have that sound at least at first.
Yeah. For a while, I mean, I still miss it, you know. More bands coming into the smaller type of deals now.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, this is a great fucking band. If you like heavy music, check out Advent.
Oh, okay, so they're like a metally. So what would you kind of describe them as? I guess, like what kind of bands?
Straight up, just I would say in a way, comparing to Knocked Loose.
So like
hardcore for sure.
Yeah, nothing like too doomy.
Yeah, I don't think I even I started rambling off about the person I didn't even say, but the band is Advent. Is Wild from the Valley is the name of the song from the album Pain and Suffering from 2017.
Dude, I can't wait to check that one out because you got me really curious. I think I've actually heard of Advent, but I just can't say for sure.
I think I've seen their logo somewhere. I don't think I've seen their music, but the logo or the name sounds very familiar. Not sure where it was,
they're
but
super dope band.
So
was that
band? North Carolina.
North Carolina.
That's
You
close
said
enough.
that.
Yeah, same coast. Mm-hmm. You're saying like you would listen to them with what other band? Weekend? What band you say? Not The Weeknd.
No, so they talk about
drummer.
Oh, so the drummer used to play for the Almost.
Almost. Well, I think Weekend.
Yeah.
Way off on that one.
Well, yeah, way different name.
Yeah.
Is that like another like metal band?
The Almost?
Yeah.
No, the Almost is Aaron Gillespie's side project from
Under Oath.
Under Oath.
Oh, so they're Under Oathy?
I didn't mean I'd say how that whole song.
Yeah,
I wish I would have said this sooner. Or something. What's that
Oh,
song? Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
It's the first track on the Southern Weather.
Okay,
The album
okay.
Southern Weather by Almost. Yeah, that's a great. Aaron played all the instruments on that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He did that in Monster, and his new album too. It was all him.
Oh wow.
Man, yeah,
Billy Corgan did.
Right. Yeah.
What you got, Brennan?
So the first song I picked is from 2016, and it is crazy how popular this band became around that time, and still gets more and more popular. But I heard about Knocked Loose right around this time period, and honestly, through Pure Noise, I'm a Pure Noise fan, and they posted some album art from them for the single, and they posted the video, and I was completely hooked right when that first part came in. I mean, the overall guitar tone, like, it's very orange. There's lots of orange amps in their guitar sound. It's very full and heavy. The drums are huge. And honestly, like, I had heard bands mix the metalcore and hardcore, sure. But, it was really always hit and miss with vocals. Like, what were the vocals going to be like? And it seems like with this band, they're just very, very natural. These are the vocals that we do. These are the songs that we write, and this is what it's going to be. And it really, really works and super well live.
They sound exactly the same live. Yeah.
And I've seen Knocked Loose a handful of times, and probably Warped Tours where, other than Davies Uptown, Expire's last tour, they were direct support, so they were playing right when everybody is just riled up, and I have never heard a band make a room want to fight each other so hard. Like, dude, they went out, and I got hit. I got hit in the temple and the back of the head at the same time, right when they started their set. I couldn't even believe it, and it was just a level of anger. This was at Davies Uptown.
Yeah,
sold out.
R.I.P. Davies Uptown.
R.I.P. Davies Uptown.
The dark last bass tone.
Yeah,
bro.
Every boy, right here, dog.
Yeah, we got a secret sauce.
Secret sauce,
dude. Honestly, that's the one thing that drives me.
Dude, I don't know how long has this been down here. This has been down here like a week now.
Like a month.
3 weeks,
a month. Yeah.
I still haven't played it.
You have to, bro.
I still haven't plugged in. Dude, you left your bass here and everything. Like, I don't even have to like pick a different bass. Like, I could just do your tone, but just haven't. Should have.
Darn the bad luck. But what, are you busy or something?
Yeah, right. Are you busy or something?
It's been nuts, but
yeah, dude, Dead Ringer, Knocked Loose, awesome song.
And we talked about them last week too.
We talk about them every single podcast that we've done has had a mention of Knocked Loose.
Really?
Knocked Loose has been mentioned, but honestly, they've
been around since 2011, obviously.
Was it 2011 or
no?
We started with 2014.
2013, 2014.
No, they got mentioned. They get mentioned. Oh, yeah. They may not be a song, but like they get mentioned in every.
Yeah.
You guys do like Knocked Loose.
Honestly, I really do. We'll talk about their new-ish record. Well, it's not new anymore. It's been out for a while, but we'll talk about that when that comes.
Darker Shade of Blue.
Yeah. That's probably 2018, 2019.
I think so. Yeah. I went and saw that tour at the Granada. But anyways, I did want to mention something about Davies Uptown because, bro, met my girlfriend at that place. I love that place. But guess what, dude? I mean, not guess what. I mean, everyone knows, but it burnt down. But it was right before Corona, so like, what kind of timing is that, bro?
They have been having hardware issues.
No, of course, it was really old.
It was their equipment in there was so old.
I don't think it was an equipment thing. I think it was a cooler. Well, I guess that is equipment.
Yeah, it was a beer cooler from it's one of their original beer coolers when they first opened it.
And that bartender's so nice too. She's always there. I forgot her name, but that place.
How am I blanking here? Michelle. Oh my god.
Michelle, yeah.
Oops. Sorry,
that place will always have a special little bit of room in my heart just for it because met my girlfriend there, saw a couple cool bands there. I mean, it was great and but. Damn, they bowed out right in time because Corona hit and there's no more of that.
Size are gone, man.
Oh yeah, dude, you have to sell food. They didn't even really sell food. I don't think they sold food at all.
No,
not at all.
Kitchen,
no,
there was no kitchen. Just a really creepy green room.
So yeah, dude. Yeah, really,
really creepy. Green room.
Dead Ringer, Knocked Loose. I love that whole album.
Honestly, bro. I love that band, dude. That band is incredible. Shout out to Knocked Loose.
Please, please love us.
Please.
So I went with. Jeff by McCafferty. And
that's a cool tune.
Yeah, it is a really cool tune. It's a really cool EP. It's pretty short because the songs are pretty short, but I think it's 5 tracks total. Might be 6, but it's from the Forest Life EP 2017. And like, I got into this band because of, like, they were always on different playlists that I was listening to. I don't know. I don't really know much about them, to be honest. Like, do you guys know anything about this band?
I was going to ask you. I've never
I know a lot. I know a decent amount. Well, so Remo Drive's first really big headlining tour was a co-headliner with them. So it was McCafferty and Remo Drive, and they played Uptown Theater. Well, they played the Encore Room of Uptown Theater, which used to be Nowhere Bar, which used to be, oh god, that's a whole different can of worms. But great set. I think that they were maybe like literally 40, 50 people away from selling out. I mean,
really? Yeah.
It was a really great, intimate show, and that's where I discovered McCafferty. Is that how I say it?
Yeah, McCafferty.
Yeah, McCafferty. They had that song "Dead Bird" that they.
Yeah, but man, we'll get into that because I am going to talk about Dead Bird in this same podcast. So,
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one short. I do like McCafferty. I do like this EP. I'm pretty sure it was their first EP. And they did some pretty cool stuff after that. But what you got for us, Mason?
Some Alt J. You guys like Alt J?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody. I feel like that's. I feel like Alt J's a band that kind of transverses across genres. I feel like hardcore people that like hardcore metal, people that like.
They're definitely alt music.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
Alt J.
It's extremely self-explanatory, but Alt J's sweet. The particular tune is from 2017. It's off of their album Relaxer, In Cold Blood, which the song starts, in cold blood. Alt J has that ridiculous lyrical, like they bend their lyrics almost. I feel like that's what draws me to them. Also, Alt J in general, a lot of their tracks like Hunger of the Pine and like their singles, their albums, a lot of their tracks, they feel like they hold their own by themselves. Like they don't necessarily need to be released.
Is this one that everyone knows? Like is this a radio one? Because like the Guilty Pleasure one or whatever that is.
Yeah, that's you're thinking of Fitz Pleasure.
Yeah, Fitz Pleasure.
Yeah, In Cold Blood, I believe, was played on the radio. 96.5, of course, loves Alt J. Mm-hmm. I think that most people would know this tune, have heard this tune, but I don't think that it's like quite as known. The Relaxer album doesn't have track after track after track after track that people that people really know. Alt J was, I feel like, and not to talk down on Alt J, this is just kind of the way I perceive it, that they were more popular in past. When they first started coming out, people were like, okay, these guys are just absolutely phenomenal. And they were putting out really great records and continue to. This album particularly has some great songs on it. All of the songs are really well put together and nice, but it wasn't grasped by the community, I feel like, in the same manner as the past. But, when something's fresh and new, like Breeze Blocks, for instance.
I know that song too. Yeah.
Yeah, all those songs. It's like, oh yeah, hey, I know that song. And for whatever reason, Relaxer had a little less of that, but still a great track, great album.
And also a really cool name. I really like computer humor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I'm like a really computer guy. I actually just had to look this up, but Alt J changes the justification in a Word document, which means like a line right, center, line left.
Huh, that's kind of neat.
But it makes the delta, the Greek letter delta shape, which is just a triangle.
That's interesting. They use that in all of their
they must be
album
Mac people.
covers. Yeah, seriously, bro. Like the triangle, bro. Yeah, that's Alt J right there.
Or no, I'm a Mac guy. Yeah, they must be Mac guys.
That's hilarious.
Remember that commercial with Justin Long, where he's like, "Hey, I'm a Mac." I'm a PC! You remember that shit?
Man.
Oh my God. Dude, Apple is trying way too hard, bro.
That was a long time ago.
That is so funny.
That is some old shit.
I know, that is.
But
that was,
wow,
that was an Apple commercial?
That was an Apple
Well, it wasn't quite so bad. I made it sound bad.
But
they did have
context,
like...
sounds like...
They did have Justin Long, who... If you don't know who Justin Long is, he's the dude from like Accepted.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in like Jeepers Creepers, yeah. He's in a ton of stuff. I don't know why. Walrus.
Oh my God! Don't talk
Tusk.
about Tusk.
Tusk.
Don't tell me about Tusk.
Yeah, but anyways.
Oh God.
So he's like he was like well dressed in the commercial. Yeah. It's like white background. It's like pretty obviously Apple.
Of course.
And he's like, "Hey, what's up? I'm a I'm a Mac guy. And then like this nerdy, like heavy set, awkward dude like walks in, he's like, I'm a PC guy, and like can't control himself. You know what I mean?
No.
So
It's just totally. It's like slander. It's,
oh, they're trashing on him.
It's
Yeah,
slander.
they're
Yeah.
just. It's bullshit because I'm a PC guy and I will stick by PC forever. And I think they had it opposite. You know, like because what kind of I'm a PC guy can't like he's a guy that's changing out he's adding more RAM. That guy's upgrading his graphics card.
That's true.
You know, try doing that on a Mac.
Impossible.
Yeah, Apple Care ain't shit. All right, what you got?
All right, so for this next band that I want to talk about is Motion Sickness by Neck Deep. The Peace and the Panic 2017.
Very pop punk.
Bro, are
The
you
poppest
kidding
of
me?
punk.
Bro, I actually funny story because it wasn't until the year after because I don't know if it was in 2017. It could have been 2018 when it was my last Warped Tour that I went to, but they were there. And this album, they were using the backdrops and all that. Bro, tell me how I never heard of Neck Deep before. I haven't even heard of their old stuff. So in my mind, I didn't even know how they looked like. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Blah. Bro, I was at Warped Tour. We went there early, so we were chilling by the canopies and stuff and drinking water. And there's that dude sitting like right there the whole time, just chilling. He's just chilling with his sunglasses on, just like chilling. The first band's about to go on stage, and he just goes out to the side, right? Bro, Neck Deep comes out, and he was the drummer. It was
Really?
Danny. Yes, dude. I had no idea. I never seen him.
Right,
Like,
right.
I didn't know. And then that was my first time seeing him live, and like, dude, what a show.
I've seen him live, and I've also seen a bunch of music videos, but I still think I could stand next to him at Warped Tour and not know who the fuck that drummer is.
Dude.
Maybe not the singer, because, like, he is, like,
Yeah, he's
aren't they Australian?
No, they're from Wales.
Wales?
Or,
Really?
no, they're from
somewhere in England.
somewhere across the pond with the
In
accent.
England?
England,
Okay,
for
yeah,
sure.
so they're English, whatever. So,
English.
yeah, could be any of those, what are they called? Commonwealths?
Yeah, you remember back in the day, like 2010 to 2012, and well, no, it was right about when Messenger became a thing. Facebook Messenger.
Okay. Yeah.
Bands would like basically find people who've commented on record labels they like. Like I was commenting on all kinds of Standby Records, Pure Noise Records. Like I was commenting on all kinds of posts at the time period, and like I would get messages from random people in bands. All the time.
I remember that too.
All
Yeah,
the
I
time.
remember that too.
And one time, I checked my message box. I'd always humor them. I'd always hear what they had to say, and sometimes I'd find some cool shit. And literally, like, he's not in the band anymore, but it was actually Lloyd Roberts.
Really?
He used to be in the band. He was one of the guitar players.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
messaged me. He
Wow.
goes, hey, man, I saw you like pop punk. This is my band. Check it out. And it was literally Neck Deep when they were signed to... what label was that? We Are Triumphant. It was right when We Are Triumphant
God,
became a
yeah.
thing. Yeah, they were on We Are Triumphant, and We Are Triumphant's artists were all doing that. They were all
That's fucking
blowing
dope.
people's messengers up and doing that. But it was crazy. Like I would hit play, and it was raining in July. It was literally,
Really?
like, yeah. That's how I discovered Neck Deep
Wow.
early in the
So I
day.
was gonna say they played one of their first shows in the U.S. I want to say when they first got here was they played house shows and they did.
Oh, sure.
They did Ocala, Florida was one of the first locations. Dude, their video is still on YouTube.
Really?
Dude,
Wow.
crazy.
Were you there?
No,
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 yeah, you said it, Walter, yeah.
I haven't. I didn't hear from them till later on, but worth it because this album reminds me of like summertime.
Yes.
Summertime.
Yes, it does.
A good ass day. Like you wake up and you know you're gonna have a good day. That's what Neck Deep brings it to my table. Anyways, it always makes
yeah.
you happier for sure.
It does, yeah.
In Bloom's on this.
In
record.
Bloom is
Yeah,
good
it's a great
too.
song.
Dude.
And great video.
But you know, the video isn't very good, and also the song is very good, but I still like really like it for whatever reason. Is the Neck Deep's like Part of Me.
Oh yeah.
Always have a part. Did he like the vocals?
I believe that was a We Are Triumphant release. I think I'd have to double check that. But yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not a terrible video, but it's just kind of like basic. But anyways, what you got next, man?
Well, I got to add to the Neck Deep story just a tad bit more. I got to play
Okay.
So What Fest in 2016. The headlining artist for that for the day we played was Under Oath. But the day before, one of the headlining band the day before was Newfound Glory. And yeah, okay, but a couple bands before that on the side small stage. Neck Deep hadn't released this album yet. They were still a very, very popular band, but they weren't what they are now. And dude, like right when I got there, the first band I bumped into trying to find help. Like, hey, where do I check in? I need wristbands and credentials and shit. And the first band I bumped into, literally, was every single member of that band just standing outside this, outside of like. It was a baseball stadium. So like they're just standing outside what looked like a home office, just standing there going, "Does anybody have any idea what's going on? Like, we don't know where to go." And I'm just standing like, "Hey, I got you guys. Follow me." So I literally wandered the stadium with neck deep behind me.
Dude, that is so sick.
And then I passed by another band that I didn't really recognize, and they're like, "Hey, you guys looking for like Mike Zemer or whoever's in charge on this?" Like, yeah, I'm taking everybody. Let's go. So I'm leading this parade. I'm leading this parade. That's with me too. And he's looking at me like, what are we doing, man? Like, and literally, I was looking for the people to check in, and everybody behind me was also looking for the people to check in.
Yeah.
And the funniest story was when I got there, like my band played the day after, so we were there early because we wanted to hang out and see everybody. So they were like, "Oh, you're not even supposed to be here." So here I was, leading everybody in. I found the home office. I found where we're supposed to go. I was like, you're not even supposed to be here, kid.
Did you get in?
Yeah, because Mike Zemer recognized me.
Well, then
and
you're
let me
good.
because we actually were on his. He did an article about the bands you need to be hearing about that are new playing my festival.
I read
we were
that.
the first freaking
I read
band
that.
on that
That's
whole
awesome.
thing. That was so freaking cool.
That's dope.
But that was how I met Neck Deep. And the second time I bumped into the drummer because we were all getting free massages at this festival. Free massages,
boy.
free haircuts. So, dude, it's crazy. And I got to go down there just to check it out. And there they are. Like, I bumped into them. "Oh, hey, guys." There they are again.
Wow.
And the drummer was getting a massage, and one guy was getting a haircut. The rest of them were just wandering around. And then they played a great set. It was a memorable
Dude,
time.
I gotta say,
That
that's
is very
pretty sick. That's pretty fucking sick.
So, I was definitely that weird, like, who the hell is this kid? That was definitely one of those situations. Anyway, I didn't even say my song. So my next song is by a band called Born Without Bones. I'm a big fan of them, so I mention them a lot.
Yeah, they've been mentioned before. Yeah.
This song is called Fool. It is the third track on the album. And I cannot believe how modern it sounds, how retro it sounds. This song...
Even still, it sounds modern. It's 3 years old, so...
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it had that, like, everything was really clear and really robust, but it also sounded kind of vintagey. Like
almost it was on tape a little bit, but
a little
not,
bit.
yeah.
It sounded like a band that knew how to make their instruments sound, and I just love that about it. Clean guitar, a little bit of distortion, some great lyrics. If you ever feel lonely again.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the song just... Man, that whole album, Young at the Bend, by Born Without Bones. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, it's great. But
Born
if you
Without Bones, their whole collection.
the whole collection's great because they
Yeah.
are bluesy, they are grungy, they are a little bit in the alternative side. They're just a little bit of everything I like. They're a
Yeah.
cocktail of music that I just thoroughly enjoy.
I would call Baby like a mixture of like emo, but meets Amy Winehouse, but like
dude, yeah.
but like the bluesy side. Like so, it's almost like hardcore meets Amy Winehouse.
Mhm.
You know,
A little bit.
but everything. I mean, that's a whole different album. That was actually a couple years earlier than that. I think it was at least 3 years earlier than that. But dude, Born Without Bones, you can never go wrong.
Can't.
Like you just can't go wrong.
And I think Romance is a tie between Fool and Romance, because Romance is just one of those songs that's like, when you write a love song and you're about as confused as it gets, and the listener is listening to the love song, they have no idea whether you care about that person or whether you hate that person. Or whether, you
Yeah.
truly have a lot of feelings for that person that you're
Yeah, yeah.
writing about. Like that song, Romance, is really cool too.
And you know about that, when you're writing, if there's a songwriter that's like listening to this, if you're writing a love song, you know, I'm tired of hearing love songs about the opposite sex, like a sexual, or not even opposite sex, but like a sexual attraction to someone. Let's write. My favorite love songs these days are about like things you love outside of that. Like my favorite one right now is actually by a local band, Cuddle Puddle, and it's Black Cloud. It's the only love song on that record, quote unquote. But it's about his fucking dog. And that is so cool because, you know, I'm tired of this Romeo and Juliet shit. We all know that. Everyone feels attracted to somebody else. Everyone has at least a crush on somebody else. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. We know that. We heard that. We're done with that. Let's hear about your dogs. Let's hear about your kitty cats. Let's hear about your favorite cactus you've owned. Let's, you know?
Cacti.
Yeah, cacti. You know, I was thinking about one. You know, but maybe you could love multiple. There could be a pan-sexual.
There's a lot of people that like plants. I mean,
I love plants.
I love
Yeah.
plants.
I just can't, dude. I can't even keep one alive.
dude, get succulents. I've been plotting on getting Miss a little succulent garden.
Yo, I killed
Bro,
so many.
no.
My cats do it though.
Oh,
Yeah, my cats eat them.
you need to make. Well, put one here. Make a little zen.
Hell yeah,
True,
man.
we
My
could,
wife's
yeah.
got-
Succulent garden.
Have that desk be like a whole Zen garden with like a sand.
Yeah.
I got a little balcony now, so like my wife likes to like do some plants over there and shit.
Oh hell
And
yeah,
she'll be doing
bro.
like that little shit right there, and fucking works great.
I have a balcony too. I should probably do that.
Put some
There you
crystals
go.
in it.
Yeah, really, for real.
We put like a bird feeder and shit, and like squirrels are getting into it.
Which
Dude,
is
I come out.
That's good.
A million squirrels right there, dude. It's
Oh.
so funny. They'll stand, and then they run.
Yeah. You need to videotape that.
if you could learn to like communicate with the squirrels, I think we could get a lot of stuff done.
I think so, and I'm gonna
So
start.
strength in numbers.
I'm gonna start right away.
Yeah.
You guys seen Brother Bear?
No.
You ain't seen Brother Bear? He like if you're in this movie, like his spirit animal's a bear, so like he transforms into a bear like with his spirits.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you should. Is your spirit animal a squirrel?
No, sea turtle.
Sea turtle.
Yeah.
I like that more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
The Nemo
people
sea
say,
turtle.
yeah, kind of.
But a little less with the stereotypical like.
Yeah, 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 bro.
150,
You know, like,
bro.
It's like, dude, like, honestly, bro, like, turtles might not be moving slow, dude. They might not be moving slow. Like, how much
Time is relative.
How much shit do you think is on a sea turtle's to-do list?
I feel like,
Like-
they're fast in the ocean. I mean, like
They
when
are
they're
fast in
water-
the ocean, but I think they're mostly just hanging out. Bro, I was
Chill-
actually,
chill
I went on a
creatures.
camping trip. I'll make this story really quick and then I'll go into my song. But I went on a camping trip throughout the week, or last week, and it was in the Elk River, and I have never seen so many fucking turtles in my life. Dude, I swear to God, I probably saw 700 turtles.
That's
I saw
awesome.
more turtles on one branch than I think I've ever seen in my entire life if you added them all up. I swear to God, dude.
Was
there
it
was like
cool?
15. Dude, there was like turtles stacked on turtles. It was crazy, bro. I love them. I love turtles.
that's
Like,
cool.
I realize, like, deep down, I have a love for turtles. You know, and like, sometimes when I see one, I'm like, oh, I wish I had one, you know? But then in my mind, I'm like, that's so sick, bro. Because it's like, what am I going to give this turtle that he can't have in the wild?
Yeah.
Right.
So I gotta
You
take
know?
you to Galapagos, bro.
You what?
I gotta take you to
Galapagos.
Galapagos Islands, bro.
Oh,
That's in
hell
my
yeah.
country, bro.
Yo, dude, I know.
Yeah.
Yo,
dude.
my dream deep down is to just have a turtle big enough to ride.
You can find it over there, bro.
Yeah.
They could be
They got
strong
the
enough to
oldest-
hold me.
Dude, I mean, they got the oldest turtles, like the fucking.
But I don't
big
want
ass-
to. I need a big one, so it's got to be older. But I don't want it to be elderly to the point where I'm gonna like crush it.
Yeah.
Because like I really want to like have
Right.
reins,
Yeah. Right.
some type of saddle. We'll think about this.
Well, people in Galapagos call us.
Yeah. So I picked this one because I wanted this one, but I picked the last one because they sound like this band. So, and I don't think I'm the only one that thinks that.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
hey, I like the way I discovered McCavity before I saw them perform live was like my Spotify comes up and I'm like, oh, I've never heard this Front Bottom song.
Yep, same. And it was
Oh.
Dead Birds, right?
It's Denver, yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what I was getting at.
Yeah,
So,
and it's like even the guitar work
And-
even the way it's recorded. I mean,
and I think there's a line in that song that says like people say I sound like Brian.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
So anyways, the song I'm picking for my second song is Peace Sign by the Front Bottoms off of Going Gray in 2017. Not their greatest album. I think that the Front Bottoms, like I do for most bands, and most people do for bands too, is like their early work was their best. So Me versus Pneumonia versus My Grandma was like their best shit. They ended up redoing that later, some of those songs off of the Rose EP, which is phenomenal. And I actually own. And one side's the music, and the other side's etched as a rose. It's fucking
That's
beautiful.
cool.
That's
very
sick.
cool.
Yeah, it's on 180 gram. It's big, beefy record.
Yeah,
Love
it's
it.
pretty sick.
But this song is like, I don't know. It's like funky. It's groovy. They were going for like a almost psychedelic. Excuse me. Psychedelic presence, like with this album, but I just love like the sarcasm, like the next time that you see her, it'll be peace sign middle finger. And like yeah, like that shit like really speaks to me. Like I said, it's not my favorite Front Bottoms record, and I've talked about them before because I brought up Talons of the Hawk, whenever that was. I think it was 2014. So I don't know exactly which episode that was, but. They'll forever come up. I have a fucking Front Bottoms tattoo. They were like one of the first bands I discovered like on my own. A lot of people show me music. You know what I mean? Like I do nothing and music gets shown to me, which is dope. I mean,
That is
you know,
cool.
it's
Yeah.
like it's less work.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
just
pretty
a
cool.
natural way.
Yeah, and you know, I don't have to like actually search. But this was a band that I found, and was showing my friends and like, hey, listen to this shit.
Check this shit
Yeah,
out.
because I was listening to them, like in 2012 and shit, like when they were nothing, you know. So they always have like a special place in my heart. But
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah, I love
Respect
these
that.
guys. So what you got, man?
We got some Glass Animals. I really like Glass Animals. Do you guys have Glass Animals?
I don't.
But that's fair
Sorry.
enough. No, it's
Sorry.
okay. From this album, this was like the only song that I honestly liked on the album.
Yeah.
Agnes. I liked Glass Animals' early stuff. I spoke in a previous session on Wakarusa and finding Milky Chance.
Right. That was the first episode you were on, so that was the second one.
Okay, so at that same festival, I saw Glass Animals. That was the second day, and that was really cool for me. All of my friends left me at that point. Like, and it wasn't like
Welcome to the club.
it wasn't purposeful. Like I went with one buddy, and then two girls. They went off and did their own thing, of course. Me and my buddy were hanging out, and at some point in time, we got separated. I watched the entire Glass Animals set by myself, and I had the best time in the world. It was really cool. This specific song's cool. It was the only thing that I could pull from this year for Glass Animals, so I wanted to throw them in there before we can't, because this is like the stopping point for. I don't care for their current music. I'll agree with Brennan.
So you had to get it in there, could, yeah.
Yeah, I had to get in while I could. Like, this was like the door's closing. All right, we'll throw this one in there. So
I have a song like that on this playlist too, where it's like I had to put it in because like I just had to, but I'll probably get back to it once we go into later days.
right.
But I don't think Glass Animals were before like 2010, so
Yeah.
this is your last chance.
Yeah.
This is your door
Exactly.
closing,
Yeah.
and you fucking Indiana Jones grabbed her hat the way out.
Yeah, I couldn't
Heck
pick like Pork Soda is really one that a lot of people
What
know.
year was that?
The same year, same album, and it got overplayed. And also, I don't really like it. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was too weird. It was
Wait,
like
who's got a pork soda? What?
now
What?
this
Pork soda?
So Pork Soda was a song that Glass Animals put out on the same release, How to Be Human.
Huh, because I was gonna say Primus has a pork soda.
Really?
Really?
In 1990s.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
We were
that's
listening to Primus
interesting.
earlier. You put on some
That's from that album.
Really?
Yeah, pork soda.
But anyway,
Yeah, my
that's
name is Mud.
Glass Animals is weird. I think they were trying to, like, have you ever seen those cake bags, like the icing bags?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they were like down to the last drop of like weird experimental music, and they were like, all right,
Just, like,
should
pounding
we
it.
throw this away, or should we just like get it for everything we got?
Oh man, like you know when you're like almost out of like sauce and you're just like shaking it down and just like
Oh, my
and
grandpa.
it's just spraying.
You know, a lot of bands go
yeah.
through that, and I think that an easy solution to that problem, well, not easy, but a solution to that problem is honestly add a member.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Add a member, change producer. Like
Rebrand.
if you're in a rebrand, yeah, but like sometimes that can be very detrimental because you don't always get your following back when you do that.
You know, in my experience though, honestly, I think you do.
Well,
I
I
think
mean,
you get it
think
back
about
more.
what would have happened to Bring Me the Horizon if they'd have rebranded. If they instead of coming back as a completely different sound and a new name, or like
I
they
don't think
didn't.
it
They
would've
came
stayed.
back as they progressively developed into something.
Yeah.
But like they rebranded but never rebranded.
Yeah, maybe not somebody like Bring Me the Horizon maybe can't rebrand and maybe they can't either, like that kind of thing. But at the same time, dude, look at like the Beatles and then every member of the Beatles. So, you know, you got that. But, dude, Glass Animal's a dope ass name.
Yeah,
it
it's cool,
is.
man.
That's why I actually listened to them in the first place.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was hoping they'd be like the band Glass Cloud.
Remember Glass Rabbits, which was John Ingram's band?
Yeah, they had the song Magnets.
Yeah.
I always liked that song.
I always got the Glass Rabbits and Glass Animals mixed up in my
really?
brain. So I'd hear Glass Animals on the radio and I'd be like, John Ingram on the fucking
pretty
radio
cool.
right now? But
That'd be neat right now.
That would be hella neat, yeah. All right, Jose.
So, this is another band that gets mentioned just as much as Knock Loose.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Clearly.
And, I mean, yeah, for sure. Right? It's Citizen from Ash You Please, the song In the Middle of It All. Bro, what a great timing, bro. Like,
and I love how it starts off with those vocals like, in the middle of it all.
Bro,
Will Yip.
so sick.
Yeah,
So
Will
sick,
Yip.
bro.
Will Yip?
That's the most said words on this
Yeah.
podcast is Will
Will
Yip.
Yip.
Will Yip.
Yeah, honestly, Will Yip.
Love you, dude.
Love
Dude,
you. Come on the show.
What an incredible song. I mean, the whole record, As You Please, is very great. And
It's got a great sound.
It
was
really does.
Oh my god! And I was like ready because I liked Everybody Goes to Heaven.
Yeah.
that was a cool record, but I also felt like it was a way too influenced by Brand New.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like they took The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me, and they basically mirrored that song structure and that album structure. But you know, As You Please, In the Middle of It All, like all those songs on that record are truly Citizen songs.
what is your saying? Because I feel it on a different level when you said it. I never thought of it like this. So these are your words, but I feel it. What is it?
Emotional tangibility.
Bro, when
like
you
that.
listen to,
Yeah, me
especially
too. I
when
like that,
when I
bro.
listen to them in the headphones,
feelings can touch it.
this
Yeah.
album particularly and this song, it's like it takes you on a ride. Like I feel like I'm in the
Oh, yeah.
woods. I feel like I'm in the woods, and I'm just like
You're in
going,
the middle of it all.
and I'm yes,
Yes.
And bro, I had to listen to this song so many times because the ending fucked me up.
Yeah.
The ending fucked me up. How they chopped the little pieces off, and it sounds like it's like, is my headphones broken?
Yeah.
Like is my speaker broken? I feel like that was super creative.
What I love about that too is like it has that same like feel that so the first time I'd ever really heard this or recognized it at least was in last November. No, it's called something November.
What's the band?
That is the name of the band. Something, it's November something, and then it's the song where it's like oh my god, I can't believe I brought this up. I can't remember it.
Is it Ace's band from?
No, it's the one where it's like what's talking about the scene that like you can't paint like oh my god, November. I want to say November Came Calling, but that's not it.
No.
And then the digital in a digital age.
Oh my god! How am I
feeling minds
Oh
out?
no!
It's a brain I
okay.
can't spell.
Ace's band. That's the name of the vocalist.
And I can't-
I've met him. He's a very nice guy. Dude, what? Where? Like, dude, what is wrong with us?
Oh
right
my
now?
god,
Okay.
I'm looking this up right now.
dude. I think it's Ace Peterson. Ace Peterson.
No, but it's November
it's,
something.
just type in. Just bring up the Spotify.
Digital age.
Digital age.
Come on.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so. The early November.
The early November, I told you.
Oh my god, what a great band! What a class! Was that now? What year was that? What was the year was Digital Age?
Well, are you seeing
Yeah, there it is, right
Yeah,
there.
it
The
is.
early November. Look at the date of that.
Oh, we're gonna get fucking muted for this.
Don't be mute. Yeah, don't be playing that. We can't get muted,
2012.
dude. Really? Wow.
Yeah, in currents.
In currents.
Dude, we had this on CD like right when it came out, and it was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good. But anyways,
Oh, man.
I'm sorry to break you off.
Oh, it's okay.
But they do this thing where the whole song is like in one take. It's one mic, one room, all just.
It's literally
scratch.
like they did it as a demo and they just left it as a demo.
But then
Yeah.
they start fucking it up at the end.
Yeah.
Like, they added like so much digital shit at the end of it, and it's almost like calling itself out. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. Basically, the song is like you can't make a song that's not digital anymore.
It's like I'm hoping
And
I'll
then
write
they
a
did
song.
it, but then they didn't do it. You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
He has a lyric in that song. I'm hoping that I will write a song a computer can't fake.
Yep. Hoping I write a song.
And it's
Computer can't.
No,
fake.
honestly, man.
man,
Honestly.
Great song.
great song.
I wish we would
man.
have brought that up in 2012 episode, but
Damn, I really wish we would have.
we brought it up now. So, anyways, I'm sorry I threw you way off of that, but in like that whole like fucking it up at the end thing, and like you were actually there, and it's well recorded. Like,
Dude, you can tell. I mean, this time, because they talk about it all the time, this time they went to the studio ready, like with more songs ready. They didn't go and write as they went or stuff like that. They came with like 14 songs.
Yeah,
And then,
usually it's the brothers that come in there.
Nick
with
Ham and
everything.
Eric Ham,
Yeah.
yeah.
Usually they come in there and they have everything ready to rock.
yeah. And then, but it's really sick. And it's cool to see Matt Craig is finally like, and it's not much, but he plays keys on some songs
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And then he added some MIDI stuff where he pressed the buttons and stuff like that. It's pretty dope. I saw them at the Social before they. That was my last time seeing them live over there. It's at the Social in Orlando, Florida, and they played a really small venue for this album release. I mean, it came out, and then they did a run, and that's where I got this merch. And I mean, it was a pretty small room, but dude, the energy that came out of that place. I mean, for the moment the moment Mac Arica steps on the stage and he just hands the mic like this, bro.
Everyone's
all hell breaks loose. And I love it. Like, I love
dude,
it.
I saw them last time I saw them in a small room too. But Brennan was playing that show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
2020.
Dude, I love Citizen. I love
what a
that
great
band. I love the early November. I can't believe we forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at myself.
I'm gonna listen to that
Records,
album as soon as I get in my car on the way home.
Yeah,
Totally just gonna listen to that album.
yeah.
That is 100% what I'm doing next. All right, Brennan, what you got?
So my next song is called "Old Friends." It's by a band called Pine Grove, off of a full-length album that came out in 2016. Cardinal, man.
Good pick, my friend. Good pick.
It's a great record, but I will say, meeting them left a bad taste in my mouth.
They were going through some things around that time period.
Yeah, fucking barely, bro.
Well, everybody, whatever people are going through, let them go through it. But
it doesn't mean you can be a dick.
It's true. But a lot of like musicians in that scene just don't like the idea of being really famous. Don't like the idea of being like VIP. You guys, pay extra, get VIP, come see us backstage. Like some bands, that's great. They do that, and they're really charismatic, and they make that experience fun for people. But imagine Pine Grove doing that. I mean, no.
I don't know, man. I think that they
it's all about cool, and also, man, they're from New Jersey.
Oh, well.
So
the last band I saw was from New Jersey too.
Oh, really?
Yep, Front Bottom's from New Jersey.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. The one thing I gotta say about Pine Grove is they sound way better live than what they do in their albums. To me,
I mean, yeah,
I felt like it was very different. We saw them right before. What's that record that was like had a blue cover on it?
This is the record we saw them.
Yeah, well, they were technically
saw them in
touring. Yeah, they were technically touring the Cardinal record during this time period, but their popularity skyrocketed from where they were, and they're also I think they're alive. I forget what their management is, but it's like a very, very big company. They're plugged in very, very well.
And they had a great following in Lawrence, particularly. But you listen to the sound, very Lawrence sound.
A very, I've heard the sound be called farm emo.
Yes, I know.
I hated that. I hated it first, but at the same time, like now I'm kind of like, man, like you can write a really catchy punk song with like an open tune guitar or a dulcimer or a banjo. Like they really took. Hey, we're listening to a lot of random music. Like, how do we actually turn that into influences? And how do we actually turn that into emotionally tangible music?
With this song, too, at the same time, it had that, like, really lo-fi, like, guitar drums, like, walking outside labyrinth.
It sounds like a live performance. It sounds like it was recorded, really, really well.
It's got that, like,
I don't know, did Will Yip do this one, too?
I don't know.
I don't actually know who did this record, but I bet you it's Will Yip. Yep. Usually when we're not sure, it's like...
And I will say this, too.
If you like it, it's Will Yip.
Right. If you like this, it's Will Yip. The other thing is that I've noticed, especially because for a while I did have a thing where like I went through like a Pine Grove phase where like when I first heard about
start
them.
tucking in shirt,
I really
like,
dig them. I was like, I dig their style. But I will say this, they changed their music a lot in a way where like, for instance, especially like, when it comes to the old stuff and everything, when they play it live, they seem to change things around. They never stick. I feel like, especially if you go on YouTube, like I said, go watch some videos of the same songs. They always seem to like add things or sometimes they take some things out. They make it shorter, longer, blah blah blah. But they're very like they're very like on the spot.
You think very like Led Zeppelin-y.
Their live performance is alive. It's a living thing.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying this in a bad way.
I prefer that. I prefer a band to be like that. Yeah.
I think they're very cool. I think they're very cool for that because they pull a lot of shit off. If you really watch their videos and you watch their stuff, you notice how they always do different little things. And I think it's cool.
Thinking about this is a great transition, actually.
I had to wrap up on mine real quick. My wrap up, honestly. So I use the term emotional tangibility or emotionally tangible music
like 6 times.
I have to mention where I got that quote from because the first artist I ever heard speak that way were early interviews with Eddie Vedder. Really, really early Pearl Jam interviews specifically with him, where they were talking about like, well, you're a rock band, you guys trying to change rock and roll, you guys trying to play metal, like, what are you guys trying to change, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, we're not trying to change shit. We're trying to write emotionally tangible music, and music that actually has meaning to it. And like when I saw that interview, like I'd already been trying to do that. No one had ever gave it a definition. No one had ever. I mean, yeah, that happened in 1991, 1992, whenever that video interview was taken. But I didn't see it until 2010, 2011. So I didn't see that interview for a long time. But like, whoa, there it is. Somebody said it. They talked about what they want out of music, and like I have rocked that phrase ever since.
Well, yeah, they put words to your thoughts.
And every time I say that, someone looks at me and goes,
"Oh, that's what you're talking about.
That's what you mean, man." Yeah. So like,
my feelings do. Like I could feel.
The first musician I ever heard say that was Eddie Vedder, and it was an early Pearl Jam interview in the early '90s. So, woo,
they're great. Yeah.
Next,
I give them a 10.
A little funny.
Even flow that they're.
You know where where 10 came
puns.
from? We know where the record name 10 came from?
No.
Okay, their original band name was Mookie Blaylock.
Cool.
That's their original band name.
That's a cool
the name
band
of a famous basketball player at the time period.
Oh, cool.
And his
That's
number,
even cooler.
His number was 10.
Oh, that's
So the album 10, like, it was 10
like-
songs. No, it wasn't. It was like 13 songs.
Yeah, it was.
But
Yeah,
it was
it was
called
cooler.
10 because that was a tribute to Mookie Blaylock, who sued them for, for naming their band after him.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
can't sue for a number.
You can't sue for
Can't own a number.
But like,
Can't own a fucking number.
the first Pearl Jam shows that ever
sucks.
happened, which were huge because they were very, very popular as people and very popular as musicians for a number of different reasons. But like literally on the flyer, Mookie Blaylock.
Damn.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right, so we gotta get through this because we're running a little bit. We're
chatting.
schedule.
All right.
So I picked "Run for Cover" by the Killers. Everyone knows this song. Not my favorite Killer song, but there might be some Killer. There are some Killers albums that are earlier that we will get to, but they were such an important band for me that I couldn't not mention them. I had to guarantee that they were mentioned. Who
like
knows
the
how long this
Killers.
podcast is gonna go? You know.
Yeah. I like the Killers a lot.
And they, dude, and the cool
Killers a lot.
thing,
Seen them live.
Whatever they did in that
Yeah.
song
Really good.
was just like, I mean, it's a political song, isn't it?
yeah,
Were they ever political? I don't remember them ever being
Nope.
political in any of the lyrics.
no, but they
Usually
they
romantic.
also weren't fucking disco until around this era. This is when they started
Hot
on real.
Fuss had some disco to it.
Hot Fuzz, dude. Hot Fuzz didn't really
I
though.
freaking love Hot Fuzz.
I
That's
love
like
it
a-
too, dude.
You have,
I love.
you have to like
And I
that
love
record.
Jamestown.
Oh, I see that.
Okay,
at
Jamestown's
Jamestown.
a
I'm
great
picking that
record
up.
too.
Dude, you want to know something else? I know all you guys are gonna go, but I am not a fan of the Killers.
I wouldn't
That's
doubt
okay.
that.
And
okay.
but here's the sad part though. When I play for King's Canvas, that's like people will say, like from time to time, they'll be like, "Oh man, you sound like the Killers."
You do have some killers.
Yeah, Killers vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, with me, it's like
But have you ever heard Jenny Was a Friend of Mine? You ever heard that song?
I think I
That's
have.
the
Ain't no
killer-
motive
killer bass line.
for
It's like-
this crime. Jenny,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
friend of-
I feel like so you know who I liked from that band? Their drummer.
Yes.
Their
that's-
drummer is sick.
Bass player.
I
And
saw that
the
band-
vocalist is good.
Yo, what's the name of that one song where they transform into bones and shit, and they're playing at a cinema and shit, and like he's
I
playing.
don't remember.
Well, anyways, the drummer kills it, but maybe it's the
Dude,
vocalist.
they
I
have a
don't
song
like.
called "Happy Birthday Guadalupe," and it's fucking amazing. It came out on Christmas. It's kind of a Christmas song. One of my favorites. I don't even know what album this is off of because I'm pretty sure it's off of
I
like
think it was a single.
yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure
believe
it's
it
like
was a
one.
single,
It's like a thing. But the "Happy Birthday Guadalupe" it's so cool because it's like there's a lot of it in Spanish too.
Oh, that's cool.
Like "Le cumpleaños feliz."
That's cool.
Happy
That's pretty cool.
birthday, Guadalupe.
That's
And
pretty
it's
dope.
great. It's got a choir. I'll show you this right after this. Actually, bonus track, Happy Birthday, Guadalupe. I don't know what year it's from. Fucking great. I heard it the day it came out on Christmas on a freaking some iPod Touch or something I got for Christmas that year. I discovered it.
Nice.
And it is great. And I listen to it all the time because it is a great song. But I basically chose this because I didn't have a choice. On it was the most popular song on that album that you guys would know. So that's why I chose that. Mason, what you got?
Oh, some really good stuff. I really like this guy, Eminem. Eminem's hip hop rapper, R&B artist,
Never
bro.
heard of him.
He's cool.
I've never heard of him either.
I think that you guys would both really like Eminem's music. You've actually probably heard this song before and probably haven't realized that's the person. But Eminem makes really, really vibey music. His recent releases, I would encourage you to go look up. I'm not going to talk about them now, but you can find those on YouTube, of course. See, this track's Caroline, off Good For You 2017. Caroline's a killer track. Eminem always does a really good job at embodying whatever like vision he has. He's got a song called Spice Girl, and it's talking about him wanting a Spice Girl per se. And one of the lines is "Ziggy Ziggy, I fuck my whole world." Like, and it's just he's very good at like he's like, I got this vision, I'm gonna put it, and this is it. It's very well thought out, well put together. Caroline's something that's really catchy, that I could probably play on repeat for a good couple hours, but it's definitely a definitely good one to mention.
I want to say that my first time that I heard him, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that he was doing a feature with A$AP Ferg.
Very well may have.
And dude, killer song.
Yeah.
Like, I was impressed because when I saw his name, it kind of bothered me actually a little bit.
Yeah, because it's got an asterisk. You're like, how do I say it? And it
reminds me of anime, you know,
yeah,
and it's
does.
not, and
Right.
it's not.
Yes, it does.
It is not. So it's like, that had a problem with it at first when I first saw it.
I understand that.
But then I saw him with Ferg. I'm pretty sure it was Ferg, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Like,
Yeah.
fuck what I said before.
It's
like, he's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's creative.
Yeah.
Creative.
Definitely. A lot of his tracks, you should look up, what's it called? Reel It In, if you haven't heard that.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy, that music video is like, it starts out and instantly it's like black screen, little words, white words in the sorry mom, and then bass drops, and you'll just have to see it. You'll understand why
Hell
he's singing
yeah, I'll have to
his
watch
mother.
it. I'll have to watch it.
It's a good track.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. So we're on you, Jose.
Yeah. So my next band that I want to talk about, Florida band.
Okay.
And it's weird because the name of the band is called Brother Cephas, and it's two brothers,
Okay.
right?
Bro Cephas.
And
Bro Cephas.
yeah, right. Hey, Bro Cephas. And
Bro Cephas?
so there's a set of 4 brothers.
Oh, that's dope.
And they started a Christian band like a long time ago. This is not a Christian band, but they started as a Christian band called Ascend the Hill. And they went to play all over these places. Well, the band kind of fell off because a couple of the brothers did not want to keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So...
That's not the hill they wanted to die on. That's
Right.
That's not the hill they wanted to ascend.
To ascend, for sure. So...
I feel that.
They disappeared on the map or whatever. And then out of nowhere, you start popping up on Instagram and stuff, Facebook. And they're from Tampa. So...
How close is that to where you were?
like 3 hours.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
pretty far.
So, and they actually opened up for Under Oath on their comeback show. Their first
Really?
one in Tampa.
Whoa!
In Tampa.
Whoa!
At a bar.
Whoa!
And their music is nothing alike. Brother Cephas is like a total like indie, like chill, Brother Cephas. And
Wow.
I don't know. But
That's wild. What was the capacity of that venue?
dude, it was tiny. I'll show you the video. After we go play. What's up,
Like,
Brother
are they, like,
Cephas?
I mean, not like. I mean, obviously they're popular. I mean, you're talking about them, but like, are they like a band that bled out outside of Florida a lot.
It was
Or,
probably
No.
just a band that Under Oath was like, this is a cool band. They will look cool on
They
our
know
show.
it. They know each other because they're from Tampa too. So they're like,
Oh, okay, that
so
makes
it's like
sense.
Plus the two brothers used to work at this place called Bandit Coffee, which is a local place that everybody goes to. Has like the best coffee. And anyways, but the cool thing about this band, before I go into the song real quick, is that they're not very much into social media and like touring all around. They tour when they want to, and they put out music when they want to. They build a studio called Sponge Studios, so they go over there and they record their own stuff, and they just put out music when they want to. You never know when they're gonna put out a song or an album because they just do it.
That's super cool though.
Yeah, and the song is called Toxic Slip. I actually showed you that video a while back. It's like with that mattress, the face starts really close, and then the mattress like moves around.
Yeah.
That's the man, and
That's dope.
yeah, and I've been following them for a long time now. I saw them play at a music store called Mugshot Music Exchange out of Jacksonville, Florida. And they were playing with some girl band that was fucking popular as hell. But when they played, there was like 30 people in there. And bro, it was so much fun because it brings you back in time.
Oh,
It
really?
It brings you back in time, and their brothers use the same effects. Like they have like 2 carbon copies and like this and that and like this. They use 2 of everything. Like it's super weird, and their sounds are crazy.
Yeah.
But very, 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 very cool band, I will say.
What would you describe them as?
If there was one word,
Or yeah.
or if anything like that, I will say, dude, they're just vibey and chill.
So
They
like, what
smoke-
2 bands make them?
Oh, dude.
So they're like
They
this
definitely reminds you of like the 50s, 60s stuff. Like
Oh.
even the way they dress and stuff.
So like Beach
like
Boys meets what?
some indie shit, like just some hipster
Alt
shit.
J?
Some some hipster stuff, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
They're just very vibey. They roll their own cigarettes and stuff, which is pretty cool.
I do too.
Yeah, but
because
just-
I'm super cool.
Yeah, you are, dude. You are super cool. You are super cool.
But dude,
And,
so I actually Urban Dictionary'd Brocephus, and apparently, it's a Hank Williams Jr.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's like, okay, so basically, this is the top definition of Brocephus on Urban Dictionary. Term used between friends instead of the word brother or bro. Refers to the singer Hank Williams Jr., aka Brocephus. So it literally is. You're calling him Hank Williams Jr.
Which I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, they're very much that kind of stuff. They use old style guitars.
Oh, but the
Like-
brothers thing, that's cool.
Dude, it's super
They
dope.
probably didn't even Urban Dictionary this. They're probably just like, we're all brothers. What do we call each other?
Yeah.
Bro, Shlami, Bro Cephas. Bro Cephas is a great name.
Yeah, and
You know?
their bass player is currently he does the stage stuff for Under Oath.
Oh, that's super
Yeah,
cool.
super cool.
Like
It's
the
a
lighting
small world,
stuff.
dude. Super small
It really
world.
is.
The
But
industry's
cool.
all connected.
Small Florida.
Yeah, it's small Florida, honestly.
Small
yeah.
peninsula.
But cool.
Small peninsula.
Small peninsula. All right, what you got, Brennan?
Okay, so my next song is by a band called Trash Boat. And This song is called Strangers. You know, there wasn't I've definitely given this album a spin, and to be honest, like Strangers is the one song I always come back to. I don't really mess. I mean, yeah, there's a couple other songs on the album I like, but like as a person who's been in many pop punk bands and done a lot with pop punk, I'm really picky about that style of music. But this song is really cool because it has a Soupy feature on it. So Soupy from the Wonder Years,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
does basically what would be, I guess, the bridge on sort of,
Either
and it's just
breakdown or whatever.
it's just super like really, really, again, emotionally tangible. I'm not gonna like something unless it's emotionally tangible, but it just really, truly delivers some great lyrics, some catchy tones. Like, man, what a cool song! I say go check it out.
I've never
If you
actually
can.
heard of this band.
They have
Yeah, I feel like I never
a
heard of
Midwestern-ish vibe
Do you know where
compared
they're
to, I believe they're from Chicago area,
Okay,
like
okay.
somewhere in Illinois. They like Where the Story So Far has a very coastal vibe to their
Yep.
pop punk.
Uh-huh.
These guys don't have quite that same coastal vibe. They're a lot more unsettled. There's a lot more, I don't know, there's a little bit more like, you know, like
Right.
with the drums and everything.
And we were actually talking about this earlier, which is it kind of ties like our whole day together.
Yeah, it does tie our whole day
because
together.
we were talking about a song that we were all making together, and like one of the things I was getting from it was like, you know what this sounds like? It sounds like a kid from the Midwest dreaming about California. You know what I mean? Like,
Which
like
ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Right.
I've been that Midwesterner
Yeah,
strolling
but
into
it is-
California.
Yeah.
It's such a postcard, bro.
Sure.
It's such like a thing that's like, if only I were here. If only I had that palm tree
That's
in the
true.
sunset.
Yeah.
You know, but now more than ever, you don't need that. There is no Hollywood. There ain't no fucking California anymore, dude. This is just as much Hollywood as anywhere else because, dude, look at the news. Look at Saturday Night Live. Well, that's just being done from fucking Zoom and shit. Like, this is
Here we
this
are.
is this is your day. Like, this is the basement. This is the
Well,
Midwestern's fucking time, bro.
I gotta say, I
We
really
all
hate
equals.
the location bias that is the music industry. You know, I think it was
But it used to
Rich
be
Redman.
that way.
Rich Redman. I went to a clinic, and now if you don't know who Rich Redman is a very, very big name in the pop and country industry. There are so many records that guy has played on, from Kelly Clarkson to like. What was that guy? He plays for Blake Shelton right now. Okay, the guy's freaking legendary. But he was like, you know, when I was trying to get started, it's 1999. I need to figure out my shit.
I have
Like,
to go live in my
you
car.
literally, he's like, okay, do I go live by an ocean, or do I go live with rednecks? Like, that was it. He was like, you either have to go to a coast, pick one, or you got to go be with the Rednecks in Nashville.
Yeah.
And he was like, I decided to go be with the Rednecks. And it ended up really working out for him, but also
Absolutely.
that guy has a level of talent that not many human beings.
He would have fit in anywhere.
Bro, you can literally tell that guy to play something in a certain style. Like this one band, their drummer got in a serious accident before they were supposed to record an album. So they literally, like, the studio was like, dude, what do we do? And they're like, well, we know a guy, he's not cheap, but like you can basically paint a picture for what you want the drums to sound like. And they're like, hey, can you play these songs like you never took a drum lesson?
And he just did it.
And he freaking did it. And he freaking did it. Yeah.
Like, let's hire the best drummer to play the worst drums.
Like,
but anyway, we gotta move on.
I know.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we gotta move on. So, you just went right.
Yes, Strangers, Trash Boat.
Okay. The next one I have. I don't know if they'll come up too much anymore. They have put out an album since this one, so maybe they will come up in the next episode. But you showed me this band right after I got out of the Army. They are so important to me. They are so, like, man, I hate to just, like, jack your thing and also pollute our podcast with the same words, but emotionally tangible. This is the band that you can just feel every fucking word. But the band is called Gleamer. And Cooler Part 2 from Anymore on 2017. I'd actually heard this band a little bit before this, so I was around when this... I was listening to this band when this album came out. Obviously, I was around, but I can't think of a better, like, sum up of my music listening than Gleamer in 2017. Like, I was just fully into it. I was just getting out of the Army, just starting college. You know, like, not just starting college, but just starting college at KU. And it was, I don't know, like, this song you're just gonna have to listen to, and I'm literally just gonna leave it at that. This band you're just gonna have to listen to. There's no way to describe them. Slow, but heavy on the heart. Like the way the heavy music feels, this feels, but it's slow.
That's cool.
And it's.
That's interesting.
Like Gleamer, man. If we haven't shown you Gleamer yet,
we have
really screwed up. Now, I discovered Gleamer through Spotify, actually, because I was listening to, I think it was Pine Grove, actually.
Nothing like, similar at all.
Nothing similar at all, but they popped up because I think they're part of. I think they were Tiny Engine. Weren't they a Tiny Engine band?
No, probably not.
Other People Records, maybe.
Maybe Other People
Records. But
I don't think they're Tiny
Engine. They popped up, and I was asked to come fix a guitar at a local show while I was at work. They're like, hey, man, I got a gig later, but my guitar's messing up, so I went to the show to help out. And Employer was on the show and a couple other cool bands.
Oh, love that band. Holy fuck.
Touring band was Gleamer. And they opened with, what's that tune? How's that tune go? Where it's, with the girl you met in high school. That song that we've all...
Smile just like the ocean.
Like, great song. They opened with that, and I have to say, like...
Shoulder pads?
No, Shoulder Pads is You Left the Party a Bit. No, it's a Gauze.
Gauze, yeah.
They opened with Gauze. And
best guitar tone I've ever heard in my entire life.
They sounded exactly... I thought that the house music was going.
Yeah.
And they hadn't started their set yet.
They have
I was so absent-minded that night as who was playing that show. When they started with this song, like, it was kind of like one of those moments where you go, well, wait a minute, they're here now. A band I was listening to the other day is here in this club with me now. There's only like 15 people here. What that? No, there was more people. There was a decent crowd there. But like, it was just strange. It was at Davies Uptown. Rest in peace.
I love that place.
Davies Uptown. But man, like, they were so good. And I knew their drummer. Well, he was in another band called Medicine Bow. And Hazing had played with all them a bunch. They were from Fort Collins, Colorado.
Oh, damn.
Or not Fort Collins, Denver.
Yeah, let's talk about them next episode. We got to get going, man.
We're
already past. So,
let's say you went last, right?
Yep.
Okay,
so it's up to you right there.
We got some Mac, of course. We always got involved in.
He gets almost brought up every episode.
Yeah, Mac. How can you not? The Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine was an album put out in 2016 by Mac. The specific track that I like on it the most is We. It's beautiful. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. That's my only take on it. It's
I don't even know this album.
We'll listen to it. Mac put out so much music,
So much.
and it was every year, and occasionally he would put out a something along with what he was releasing every year, and his sound grew, changed, molded, and folded, all flipped different ways. That I you just can't listen to it all. There's something for everybody that hasn't. There's music I haven't even heard. I'm holding that back. Like
Yeah.
you can only listen to his new music so many times.
Oh,
now,
I know
so-
that new Circles wrecks me.
Yeah, I've got like 5 or 6 tracks that I don't listen to, and if I do listen to, I'm just like I'm not really listening to it and taking it in if it pops up. But
You know what really fucked me up about that? That was like I put out a short film. Not that I had anything to do with this, but like not that Mac was copying off me, but he might have, because like right before, like 2 months before he released that, I released a short film called Circles.
Oh, really?
And so a bunch of people were like, "Oh, did you just call this thing after that?" And I was like, "Oh my god, it came out
Check
first."
the release date.
It came out first.
Anyway.
It just so happens. Hey, we were on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I guess so. I
That's
guess
a good
so.
thing.
He was dead by the time I put out that, but
Really?
because Circles came out
Well, that's
posthonymous.
yeah.
Posthonymous. That means released after death.
Ah.
Anyways, Jose, what you got?
All right, so for this last song,
Great song.
dude,
Oh God! Wow.
Awful
yeah,
Things by Lil Peep. Come Over When You're Sober, Part 1. Bro, what a song. What a song. Like, I mean, the lyrics are there. Simple, but when you're in that situation, you hear it.
Yeah.
It's like you feel it. You're like,
And,
I know
dude,
exactly what you mean. Like, you're like,
Emotionally tangible.
And,
Yeah.
it's one of those things too. It's like, because like even the lyrics of that, like, lie to me, tell me awful things. Like, it's almost like one of those like relationships where you would rather just them text you than get the truth, than to get anything that you like actually want. You know, because you obviously you don't want someone to lie. You want the truth.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to hear awful things. You want sweet things. But just the fact that that person's talking to you.
yeah.
Is good enough.
Yeah.
And that is super insightful from such a young person.
Such a young person. Bro, that I feel like it makes me upset. It really does. When I talk about like little people, I
Did
feel
you
like
see that documentary?
yes, incredible by the way.
Yeah, incredible.
But such a smart individual and such a creative person, and I feel like he died too fast. You know, he went away too fast. But
He had bad friends.
yes, he did for
He
sure.
had bad friends.
Big facts. Big facts.
And let that be a lesson to you. Watch your fucking friends.
Yeah.
You know, make sure your fucking friends are cool. Talk to, you know, if there's someone in your life, if they're even close to you, just make sure they're cool. And even when including drugs and including, you know, because it's all there.
Yeah.
It's all there, man. Lil Peep's telling you every fucking song.
Everything.
Every fucking song.
Yep.
So just listen to your fucking friends and don't be a dick. You know, because he had dick-ass friends. He
Yeah,
had friends
yeah,
that
he
just
did.
wanted him for his fucking money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch that documentary, too.
Yeah. No, I mean it's sad, you know. But what a song and what an artist.
And what an album.
What an
Oh,
album.
what an album.
Yeah.
Super cool artwork, too.
Everything, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, playing live with his bedroom, like
Yeah.
bro, like you could tell the man is just a dude, man. He's just like
Well, he was a kid. He wasn't even
was
a
a
man.
kid, yeah,
he wasn't even
a
a dude.
kid,
Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 21-year-olds are not grown men. You're still a kid. You're still a kid. Accept it.
true.
Take it. You know,
Grow from
and that's fine because you're going to be older.
Yeah.
So and plan on that. You know, because he never got older. He never got
No,
to.
dude,
he
it
never
makes me
got
upset.
to.
It really does
Yeah,
make me
yeah.
upset.
So
It does.
You know-
he was just seeing all sorts of stuff about that kid rips me out.
oh, I know, man.
And just like the videos, like I think I saw a video of him like he couldn't drive anything because for I'm sure reasons obvious, but he was keying the heck out of his like I think it was a Range Rover
No,
or
dude.
something.
You're talking about
Zan.
not Little People.
Oh,
Zan,
Lil
yeah.
Zan, you're
He's
right.
like, I can't
you're
drive
right.
it, but he was
Yes.
actually like less than 16 or something.
Oh, okay.
I think.
That's
I
the
mean,
wrong
He was like-
person.
he
Sorry,
was
guys.
17 or 18. I don't know.
But that just comes to show the problem. Like
Honestly.
if it's in front of you, like if you can see it and you can assume it, it's probably going on. And,
Oh, yeah.
reach out to that person.
I mean, you
know?
said it, dude. Dude, he called that shit for years.
Oh yeah.
He called that shit for
You know,
years.
So did Juice World.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, right.
We're not gonna get into
right.
rappers,
Yeah.
young rappers who have died this year or
Yes.
whatever
No, I
in
understand.
the past few
I
years because
understand.
that's fucking
We should
That
have
is
a
its
session
own
on
podcast.
that.
too happy.
Yeah, let's just
that
say
is
that
its
they
own
called.
podcast.
All right, what's your last song, man? We gotta get through.
Okay.
Great
my,
song.
My last song.
Ties perfectly with his.
It really does. So, Lil Peep was a very cool emo rapper that popped up. Now, personally, my favorite emo rapper is Nothing Nowhere.
That's cool.
More emo than rapper, though.
Definitely way more emo than
Yeah.
rapper, but this song is very hip hop. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's very sad. Like you don't hear a lot of people sound tough and say such vulnerable things.
Yeah.
But Weight of the Wind by Nothing Nowhere, it's off of one of his first EPs, which is called Who Are You? It was released in late 2016. When that album came out, he had just started a tour with Real Friends.
Oh, cool.
And he had just started doing a tour with them. It was Real Friends, Tiny Moving Parts.
Ooh, that's cool.
There was the third band. Oh my god! It was Real Friends, Tiny Moving Parts. There was another band. I'm so sorry. And then Nothing Nowhere. And then there was a local on that show. Now Nothing Nowhere. He had an actual band. Like it was actually instruments.
Oh, that's cool.
So he would play guitar. He would rap over it. There was a drummer. There was a bassist. There were some backing tracks. But it's like really, really well put together. It was really, really neat. He was kind of full of himself when I.
Well, didn't he used to
met
sell
him.
music before that?
I have no idea. He was very young.
I thought he was selling like tracks.
Maybe.
I was gonna say that because Nothing Nowhere sounds super familiar. I have him on Facebook, but it's not because I know his music. I didn't even know it was music. Somehow, at some point in time, I was asked to like this thing, or whatever, and I liked it. And I'd had Nothing Nowhere, but I didn't. That's why I was like, wait, what? Because I don't know. I didn't even know he made music. I have him on Facebook,
Dude,
but
he's sort of like Hawthorne Heights. He's like a perfect integration of like Hawthorne Heights meets Lil Peep meets like real gangster rap.
That's pretty
like,
cool.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
because like he is kind of like old school gangster rap, but real emo-y. Like,
I see.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
And
I
real
respect it.
instruments on his songs.
I'm a big fan. I
Respect
honestly,
it.
Huge fan.
He did a tour with Machine Gun Kelly,
Oh, that's cool.
and
Rest in peace his career.
What's,
Yeah.
wow, yeah, right.
R.I.P. MGK.
What was the other artist on that? Was MGK and I think Fall Out Boy.
Oh,
Like that was the last tour he did.
Oh,
So
boy.
is that where this started? You think with MGK? You think that he?
Like the pink outfit
Yeah,
thing?
no, I just
MGK has used up his creative juices in hip hop,
Yeah.
and is trying to break into another genre because the genre is so desperate for help.
Listen,
Yeah.
this is what if I were MGK's manager, this is exactly what I'd say. Let's quit rapping. Let's keep acting because he's an amazing actor.
He is.
Dude, he kills every role
Yes.
that he's in. He can like change costumes and be a different person.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. Shouldn't have started shit with Eminem, even though I don't like Eminem personally. I like all of Eminem's older stuff, but anything after like whatever album like 3 AM was on.
I agree.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All of that was like,
Same.
dude. When you start calling yourself a rap god, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I just stopped caring.
I was done with that.
Yep, me too.
I didn't like it.
So,
dude,
dude,
kill his own career.
really cool song and a really cool follow up to the song in front
That's
of it.
cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
mine will not follow this up. It will be completely different, but sort of on topic for this mixtape because mine is Joyce Manor's Fake ID on Cody. I pre-ordered this record. I was in the Army at the time because this was this had to have been it was like in October-ish of 2016.
Remember, this was kind of like a Halloweenish type
Yeah,
time period for
and
release.
the reason I chose this song out of anything on that record because every single song I would have picked.
Oh yeah,
I would have picked every single
Great
song.
record.
Coolest thing about this particular song, the coolest, like the reason I chose it was because of the music video, and only one aspect of the music video. Obviously, it's called Fake ID. And it's about a young girl who wants to buy alcohol to go to this party, and she can't get into like these clubs. Like the first couple scenes is sort of like trying to get into the clubs and getting rejected, and her friends getting in, blah blah. So she's sitting outside like pouting, and then there's just like a mail truck that like, well, it was a van actually. It was like a band van, but it like
It was a U-Haul that they put stickers
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, that disguised it. Yeah.
and they just like threw out this package. She opens it. It's a fake ID, but on the ID it's a Kansas ID. It's a Kansas ID.
Yeah,
so
that's
I was
awesome.
automatically like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not from Kansas at all. I
Right.
think they're like, they're either like like northeast coast, like Massachusetts, or they're like I think they're northeast coast.
I'm not sure.
Funny. I wonder if it's stereotypical for like people of that area to have Kansas fake IDs, like because I know like here like Jersey.
It's always like really
South
far
Carolina,
away. Hawaii.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not from around here. Just take my ID.
I worked at a liquor store in Lawrence, Kansas, which is home of KU. I don't know if you guys know that Kansas University.
So, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I don't know. Some people may not have.
Oh, they might not.
Some people think Kentucky, but anyways,
Don't
this
think
is
that.
University of Kansas.
We do like
But
Kentucky.
I was in Lawrence. I worked at a liquor store. I would get fake IDs all the time, you know. And I'm not gonna say what I did with those fake IDs, but
It's like, I'm keeping this.
wouldn't at all. Not my job. My job is to sell liquor to someone who has an ID that says a specific date. You know what I mean? So, anyways, they were all Illinois.
Oh, really?
They were all
I
Illinois,
see that a lot,
still
too.
Midwest, but they would look like garbage. Like you could spot one from a fucking mile away. Like they're never good. Like if you ever had a fake ID,
Laminated.
which I never did, but like everyone I know that had one, they were like, "Oh, this looks so good. It looks just like it's perfect."
It's like, you're
No.
like, no, don't do
Nah,
it.
well, it looks just like them because it is their picture, but like I could see like the ink smear from like where they didn't dry it right or something. I don't know what they did wrong, but it would just smear like or
Oh my
run.
god.
So, anyways, Fake
Fake
ID,
ID.
Joyce Manor, Cody, great album artwork, great everything. I love this fucking album. I pre-ordered it. It's
Hell yeah.
one of the best. What you
Okay,
got?
this is it.
All right, so we
This is
got Woody Smalls.
I already like it.
Okay. So Woody Smalls. No one listening to this has ever heard of Woody Smalls. No one I know listens to Woody Smalls. Woody Smalls is sick.
I've sure as hell never heard of him.
Oh,
I
we'll,
haven't.
we'll listen to this
Yeah,
afterwards.
no, I
Okay, so this is off of his album, full album called Planet Shrooms. The track that I like is Planet Shrooms. Planet Shrooms is about Woody getting to the metaphorical top per se, and realizing everything around him is not at all what he thought, and there are things coming forward in the video. His friends, he's at a birthday party. It's really immersing, and you're like, oh wow, what is going on constantly? And the people, for instance, in the birthday party, he walks in, he's like, oh, everybody's happy for me to see me, and then they shift and they're demons, like their eyes change. And it's cool.
Oh God, my nightmare.
Yeah, and then they're all like still smiling, like yeah. And he's like, what the heck? And he's in this trip the whole time because it's a metaphor. But it's like it's so layered. The song, he's on shrooms. It's a trip metaphorically because he can't believe what he thought he wanted around him was all fake. It's a trip.
Yeah.
What a trip. So yeah, that's Woody Smalls. Check him out.
Nice.
Yeah, Woody Smalls
Dude.
is sick.
Planet Shrooms.
Man.
Oh, and the intro, man. God, I have it ingrained in my head. There's this girl I showed this song to, and out of all the music that I showed her, this track she like actually held on to and was like, man, this
This is
bangs."
my song.
Yeah.
Pretty new too. I mean, we're reaching like pretty current years, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I think we're only gonna do one more in this decade,
Yeah.
Well, so be 18 and 19.
and we're not doing 20.
Why not?
Wow, there was some good shit in
There's some
20.
good shit. I mean, like
But-
we talked about
but
Juice
we-
WRLD a few minutes ago. I
we
mean,
did talk about not doing a 20.
yeah, but there's a few songs I do want to do.
If we needed 20, we'd have to do
I think we
20,
should do
21.
21. I think we should do 19, 20, and just throw 20 in there.
No,
just so 20.
no.
All right,
I think
whatever.
we should save it.
All right,
I think
we'll
we should
save it. We'll save it.
I think we should save
We'll
it.
save it.
So we only got one more in this decade, so maybe that'll come up again. Dude, bring some more Woody Smalls.
Yeah.
Bring some
definitely.
more. If he's got some.
Unfortunately, Woody Smalls has kind of tapered off.
Oh.
Kind of or completely?
I would say completely, but I've still got hope. That's why I say kind of. So Woody, after releasing Planet Shrooms, and you kind of watch this and you realize what's going on in this guy's head. You kind of like you understand like, well, maybe he wouldn't want to come back. It's almost like selfish to be like, I want him to come back.
I
because
understand, like,
Yeah.
like a realization of his stuff. He's
Yeah.
like, this is not what I want, and he's almost like
Yeah.
done and over with it.
Yeah,
Right?
perhaps
Maybe.
if he comes out of this swinging, then I think it's going to be a whole different ball. I think everybody's going to hear about Woody Smalls. It's about persistence. Like Woody might have got to this plateau where he feels like this is all fake and whatnot, but in the future, he might realize that he can make music for the sake of making music. Who knows?
Yeah, dude. Who knows?
Yeah, anything's
It's
possible.
it's probably is all fake anyway. So
Yeah.
let's just make music.
Cool.
But anyways, so yeah, this is Studio 48. This is Mixtapes.
Peace.
Yep, been a great time. See you guys.